What's happening, y'all? Listen, I wanted to drop this video real quick because I feel like it's going to help some of you guys that are in the discard phase. First, I want to say thank you guys for continuing to rock with the channel. I appreciate each and every last one of you guys. You know, I got to show love to all of the new subs and all of my day ones, everybody that's been rocking with the channel before I even start getting into the content, because I wouldn't even be able to continue to do this if y'all weren't so encouraging and so, loving to my journey and just what I had going on in my own personal situation. You guys are like literally the reason that I am able to just continue the channel and continue to drop content. And I care about you guys so much that every once in a while I'll something will pop in my head that I made a mistake on in my own personal situation, and I'm like, man, I gotta share that with the channel because it's so many people out there that may be in the same position that I was in, and I didn't have the knowledge at that time. So I was like, you know what? And this is something that I have never heard explained. Like, I've watched a million videos, but this is something that I've never really heard explained on any other channel. But this is something that I actually lived through and did wrong in my own personal situation. So I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and share this with, the family and enlighten y'all on on ways to protect yourself after the discard, and when the narcissist is like trying to come back and hoover you or whatever the case may be. And it's something so simple. It's like small changes to how you move. It's going to be able to protect you. But like I said, first I want to say, thank y'all for just continuing to rock with the channel. I absolutely appreciate each and every last one of you guys. Thanks for joining the Facebook groups. Thanks for joining the Discords. Thanks for chatting with me on the one-on-ones. Man, it's been amazing. Like, it's been an amazing journey, and I appreciate each and every last one of y'all just for, you know, just sharing the experience with me. Like, to be honest, like I'm an authentic dude. I like genuine interactions with people. I love having genuine relationships where it's like, look, we all are here to pour into each other. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all for just, doing that and sharing the experience with me. Y'all have definitely helped me in my own personal journey, and I'm just paying it back forward with the videos and the content that I drop. And like I said, every once in a while I'll come across an idea that would have helped me in the situation if I had known that, beforehand. So I hope that this reaches you guys, especially that you guys that are actually dealing with this right in this particular moment. But this video shouldn't be too long. This is for those of you guys that know and have been rocking with me. This is actually my son's birthday weekend. His birthday was actually yesterday, but I'm in a co-parenting situation where I wasn't able to get him until late yesterday evening. So I just decided to, push all his celebrations and everything to today. So I am not going to be here very long at all. I just wanted to drop this on y'all, and hope it helps some of you guys just understand what was going on, and understand like some of the things that I did wrong, like in my situation. Like I said, I'm not coming on here claiming to be like the narc, slayer, to the point where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm the best that handled the narc and all of that kind of stuff. I think I did a pretty decent job once I started catching on and getting the knowledge about everything that was going on. But I was always one step behind because I didn't have the knowledge, you know what I'm saying? So that's one of the reasons why I am doing this channel, is to like get the knowledge out there a little bit further, a little bit more, so that other people won't get duped like I did. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into the content, but basically, those of you guys that have been following my channel, you guys know that I was basically lured into a relationship basically for a baby trap, and then literally as soon as she got pregnant, I was discarded. So once I was discarded, that's when like she really started turning up on like the evil behavior. You know what I'm saying? She really started like turning up on me. She's the ghosting, the cheating, you know what I'm saying, the lying, everything like ramped all the way up, you know what I'm saying, to the point where, and I felt like she was trying to make me chase her, and I also felt like she was trying to like instill some type of control over me. You know what I'm saying? She was trying to basically beat me into submission. You know what I'm saying? She was trying to beat me down to the point where I wouldn't question none of her moves or anything like that. But basically, you know, this is from my side of things. She got pregnant and then she just discarded me, and then she expected me to chase her, and I just wasn't. I'm like, we're both grown. You and I have been dealing with each other. You know, we don't have no issues right now. We're not arguing, none of that kind of stuff. And so I'm like, I don't see a point in chasing you. Like, what am I chasing? You know what I'm saying? Like, the only reason that I'm chasing anything is because you decided to run as soon as you got pregnant. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm standing right here. So you look like a fool just running. Like, basically that's what they do. You know, like, she basically ran from me, literally for no reason, just to literally just to create confusion and chaos in the situation. Like, that's literally what they do. We weren't even arguing. We wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing wrong in the situation. She got pregnant. Like, I thought that her and I were in a real, not necessarily in a real relationship, but I thought that we had the potential to lead into a real relationship because, she had shown so much love in the love bomb phase, and I was open to it because I didn't understand. I didn't have the knowledge about narcissism at the time. So basically, she discarded me after she found out she was pregnant. And when I say after, like I said, for those of you guys that have been rocking with me for a while, she discarded me the day after she found out that she was pregnant. Like, literally, when we found out, she took me to dinner and told me she was pregnant. And then the next day she was like, I don't need you, I don't want to be with you, you know what I'm saying? And she just like moved me out the way. And then I'm knowing that all of the energy she was giving me at one point, she's always texting me, always calling me, always, it just, all of that just stopped. So me knowing, I didn't know about narcissism, but I just understood like human behavior. And I'm like, well, if you're not giving that energy to me, you're giving that energy to somebody else. So now I'm like, I'm catching on to the fact that I'm like, so you just trifling, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really just gonna get pregnant, and then right after you get pregnant, you're gonna run off and start getting that energy from somebody else. You having sex with other dudes and all of that kind of stuff while you pregnant. It's like I didn't have to see it to know that was what was going on. And I feel like a lot of you guys go searching for actual evidence. If that's what's in your spirit and you know that that's what's really going on, sometimes God will speak to you in different kinds of ways. And I'll say, for me, I never needed to see anything. I still haven't seen, the only thing that I saw was after, like, way after the discard, and she was just trying to like rub it in my face, I guess, that she was dealing with the new supply. So I saw that. But my intuition was telling me the whole time, like, this is what's going on. And I'm like, I know this woman did not just get pregnant by me and then, like, within days, when I say days, I'm talking about like within days, already sleeping with another guy, already dealing with another guy, already, you know what I'm saying? I that didn't make any sense to me at all. I'm like, why the hell would you get pregnant by me if you wanted to deal with somebody else? You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, you could have just skipped the whole pregnancy thing, ran off, dealt with him, and then got pregnant by him. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then we would still all be good. Like, I don't understand why you would go out of your way, but I didn't understand what I was dealing with at the time. I didn't understand that they were just trying to like instill control over you, and they're trying to like lock you into some type of, you know, into some like a slavery type of position, basically. You know what I'm saying? So what ended up happening was I started catching on, and I started getting educated about everything, and I started, like, throughout the whole pregnancy, I never chased her. I never gave her the reaction that I guess she wanted me to give her. She wanted me to chase her throughout the pregnancy and all of that kind of stuff. And I was just like, I haven't chased you before. I've never chased you before. I've never, like, you and I have been dealing with each other almost 10 years, off and on, you know what I'm saying? But you and I have been dealing with each other for almost 10 years. And in that 10 years, I have never chased you. Whenever you decided to leave, you just left, and I let you go. When you decided to come back, see, that was the problem was when she decided to come back, I just let her. You know what I'm saying? I didn't check the score. You know what I'm saying? I should have really been checking, like, man, hold up, what you been doing this whole time? Like, you've been gone a year and a half, 2 years. I was actually believing the sob story of her life because I was seeing that her life wasn't in a perfect condition and all of that kind of stuff. So I was believing that, well, she's going through some things right now, and it's not necessarily just that she's dipping off on a relationship when the whole time she was, you know what I'm saying? She's dipping off and going and enjoying new supply, but she still had me on the hook. Like I said, I didn't know that that was what was going on. But what's crazy about it is, even every time she would come back, and I know a lot of you guys said that y'all went through like 7 times. The highest that I've heard was like I went back to this person like 14 times. When they actually broke it down and calculated it out to how many times they left and came back and left and came back, they said they had done it 14 times, and I was like, that is extreme. Like, that's crazy to me, but I understand. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't know what's going on, you think that, okay, and especially if you have like time invested and kids involved and all of that kind of stuff. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I absolutely get where you guys want to go back to, hopefully restore the relationship, even if it's for the kids or whatever the case may be. Like I said, I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm gonna kind of get into it a little bit. But basically, what ended up happening in my situation was the narcissist that I was dealing with. Hold on, y'all. I think my son just woke up. What's up, man? What's up, baby? I'm right here. Daddy's right here. Here, come here. What's up, buddy? Yeah. Daddy was making a video, okay? Can Daddy finish his video? Can Daddy finish? You got your chain on? I know. Listen. All right, y'all. So, my bad, y'all. You know what I'm saying? He woke up before I thought he was gonna wake up, but I'm gonna still go ahead and try to finish this video real quick. So, what I was doing wrong in the situation was basically I I was giving her the recipe on how to come back into the situation, and what I mean by that was she, after she started moving real trifling, after she started doing a lot of the foul stuff that she was doing, I mean, like I said, this woman had been cheating and she had been lying and she, like I said, for those of y'all who have seen my earlier videos, she actually sent my family a flyer to the gender reveal. Like, she sent my family a flyer, her and her best friend. They sent me and my family a flyer to our gender reveal. And all of us got the flyer. We went to the location and they ended up sending us to the wrong location on purpose. You know what I'm saying? So, like, every time, I'm going to do another video on that, but it's like they ruin situations like that to where every time you see another gender reveal, you're going to think about the fact that that happened to you in your situation. So think about, like, every time I'm on Facebook and I see a gender reveal that, somebody's doing, and, they popped the balloon and all of that kind of stuff. Like, I didn't get a chance to enjoy any of that kind of stuff in my own personal situation of, because of how, because of, how she did me in that situation. So she sent me to the wrong location and all of that kind of stuff. And basically, after my son was born, she tried to hoover me back into position. So she had treated me real bad throughout the whole pregnancy, and then after he was born, she tried to, like, hoover me back and try to get me back locked in. And so, hang on, baby. Hold on, Bob. So when she was trying to hoover me back in, the mistake that I was making was I was giving her the recipe on how to apologize, like how to come back, how to. So we would be having discussions, and I would say, you haven't even. I would say, you haven't even. Hold on, baby. You okay? You all right? Boo? My daddy finished the video. Okay, I'm coming. I love you, daddy. Coming. I'm gonna take you out for your birthday. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. So, basically, what I was doing was I I was I was telegraphing a play. You know what I'm saying? Basically, she was trying to figure out how she could get back into my good graces, and I would say stuff like, "Look, man, you haven't even apologized to my family for what you did. At the gender reveal. Like, you sent me, you sent us over here, and yeah, you sent us to the wrong location, and you didn't even apologize." And one day, what I noticed was when I said that, she she looked at me and she was like, "Is that all I have to do? Oh, is that all I have to do is apologize?" And I looked at her at that moment like that was a weird question, like in the moment. But then I realized that she was actually trying to calculate what she had to do to get back in. So in her mind, she's like, okay, well, if I go back to his family and I apologize about that, then maybe he'll let me back in. So it was like she was, gathering information to try to figure out how to, come back in with a Hoover. You know what I'm saying? And I caught it like literally in the moment. Like I said, I was always just one step behind her. So when she looked at me and she was like, "Is that all I have to do?" I just, I thought that was an odd question. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't necessarily that I caught that that's what she was actually trying to pull off, but I was looking at it like that was just an odd question in that moment of like, all of the stuff that you've done, all of the stuff that I'm like, that's the least of the stuff. That's the least of what you could do is, apologize to my family. And I think I actually said that to her. I was like, the least of the things that you could do is, go and apologize to my family, because regardless of how you felt about me, you didn't have to do my family like that. They are completely innocent in this situation. They didn't do nothing to you. And one thing that we do as victims in a situation is we start to put ourselves into a situation where we are okay with the stuff that they do to us. Like I was saying stuff like that. I was like, well, regardless, like she shouldn't have been doing the stuff that she was doing even to me. I didn't deserve any of that, at all in that situation either. But I was saying stuff like, you know, regardless of what you do to me, like, my family didn't deserve that. And I should have been like, listen, I didn't deserve that and my family didn't deserve that. You know what I'm saying? So, but she was kind of like milking me for information, and she was asking like, well, how do I get back in? And I was like, look, you haven't even apologized. You haven't even done this. Like you could have at least gone to my family and said you were sorry. And she literally looked at me and was like, oh, is that all I have to do? Is that all I have to do? And I was like, that's, like I said, that was a weird question, but I was like, that would be a nice start to the situation. Is it, if you would go back to my family and apologize, but it's a whole lot of other stuff that you need to explain and all of that kind of stuff. But and I think once I started going into the other things that she would have had to done, that's when it kind of like deterred her. She was, because like I said, I felt like she was really milking me for information, because she was thinking like, okay, if he's telling me all I have to do is come back and apologize, then, I'll wait a little while. I'll let him get over it, and then I'll come back and apologize later. And once, hopefully he'll get over it, he'll be forgiving like he usually is, and we'll be, I'll be able to get my supply back. So I just noticed that I did that wrong in my own personal situation. I wanted to drop this video to you guys because some of you guys may be telegraphing a play in your own situation and not realizing it, and not realizing that that's what you're doing, because they're milking you for information at all times. You know what I'm saying? Basically, they're milking you for information. All the information that they can get from you, they're trying to milk you for that information. And at the, at the end of the day, a lot of us, we volunteer we volunteer the recipe on how they can come back. We're like, oh, I mean, I've even heard some women like, well, you could have at least took me shopping, and you could have at least, you could have at least apologized to me, and you could have taken me shopping and things like that. And that's only letting them know how to get back in. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I just wanted to drop that video real quick because that was a mistake that I was making in my own personal situation. And I want you guys to, correct that before it becomes a problem in your situation. Because in that moment when they want you back, anything that you say that you want, they are willing to give. You know what I'm saying? I am sure that in that first moment of when she was trying to really hoover me back, I probably could have gotten anything that I wanted in that moment because she was desperate in that moment. You know what I'm saying? She was trying to clean up what she had done without actually just taking accountability and apologizing for what she had done. So basically, like I said, I just want you guys to, have that extra layer of protection on you and just not give up how they can actually get back in. Like, even if you feel like there is a way, because some of you guys aren't dealing with narcissists, some of you guys just have, toxic exes, and they have, other personality disorders and all of that kind of stuff. So if it's somebody that even you are considering like trying to stay with and all of that kind of stuff, I'm sorry that this video was like so shaky. My son keep kicking a table and he's moving and fussy. He's ready to do something for his birthday, I know. I'm gonna go ahead and get this video over with. I'm sorry, y'all. This video is kind of chopped up, but basically, don't give up how they can actually get back in. Don't give up the recipe on, if you want an apology and you want some good sex, or you want an apology and you want to go be taken out the roofs, Chris, and you want, man, don't give up all the details of the things that you want for them to get right. Let them figure it out on their own. And, if they are actually willing and worthy of even having a second chance. You know what I'm saying? I know some of you guys want to stay in your relationship with the narcissist. I don't, I wouldn't recommend it. But at the same time, I know a lot of you guys, are in situations where you feel like you can't leave. So I just wanted to drop this little jewel on you guys to understand that sometimes when we talk too much, sometimes when they come back and they're asking questions and they're like, well, what do I have to do? Or what I have to, just don't say a lot. You know what I'm saying? Don't say a whole lot in that situation, because they are actually trying to figure out ways to manipulate you back into falling for the trap again. You know what I'm saying? Basically, that's literally what it is. They're trying to get you to fall back for the bullshit. And when you do, they're going to, basically do the same thing again. Y'all say happy birthday, man. Say hi. Say hi. Okay, all right. Yeah, it's his birthday, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go ahead and jump off this video. I apologize for this video being all over the place. Like I said, I wasn't expecting him to wake up, but he did. I love you, son. It's okay. Yeah, but basically just don't telegraph the past, man. Just don't telegraph the play, because basically they're watching and they're looking for ways that they can get back in. They're looking for another opening. And I did that in my own personal situation. I really jumped out there and was like, well, you could have apologized to my family. You could have done this. You could have done that. And she was like actually calculating that up like, oh, okay, is that all I have to do? Okay, that's fine. Like, oh, and once I realized that's what she was doing, I like literally stopped and I didn't give her any more of that type of ammo at all. You know what I'm saying? Once I figured out that's what her motive was in that moment, I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna be quiet about, everything in the situation from now on, and I'm gonna let her make her own, like, let her dig her own ditch. I'm not gonna help her dig her way out of it by giving her all of the answers. And once I took myself out of that, once I stopped, telegraphing the past, and once I stopped, putting it out there right in for her face of what she had to do to get back into the situation, she literally had nothing. because she couldn't generate her own ideas on how to fix anything. She couldn't generate. She was literally just waiting for me to give her the answers. And then once I gave her the answers, she was going to try to act on it. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I just want you guys to, protect yourselves and don't give up so much of like what you are looking for from them, especially in the discard. Because, like I said, when they're in that Hoover stage and they're desperate, they will say and do anything. And if you are telling them exactly what you want, then that's making you susceptible to be sucked right back into love bombing. They can go take you out to dinner a couple times, give you some sex, all of that kind of stuff, and then next thing you know, boom, you are right sucked back in, and you are basically sucked right back into the cycle of abuse. So, like I said, hopefully, man, I just wanted to drop that in y'all lap real quick, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get off here because he ready to go enjoy his birthday, y'all. So shout out to everybody that told him happy birthday and everything, and shout out to everybody that did cash apps and all of that kind of stuff already for his birthday. I appreciate all of you guys. The cash app and PayPal is on the channel if you guys want to show some love to him. I absolutely appreciate you guys for just being here and rocking with the channel. And like I said, I apologize that the video is so chopped up and it's shaky. He's kicking the table, all of that kind of stuff. He's upset with me right now because he like, Daddy, get off the phone. So I'm gonna go ahead and go, y'all, and I'm gonna go ahead and let him enjoy his birthday. Love you guys. I will talk to y'all soon. I hope that you guys, understand why the video is so shaky and all over the place, man. But and I hope it doesn't look too bad on the other end. I'm in the middle of actually making it. I wasn't able to like really focus in on you guys right now. So I absolutely apologize. I hope you guys understand what I was saying in this video, and I hope it resonates with you, and I hope it helps you guys like protect yourself in your own healing, like after the discard, or like I said, if you're in that devalue the discard phase and they are trying to figure out ways to apologize for all of the dirt that they did. Like, don't give them too much ammo. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the family. I'll holler at y'all in a minute. Love y'all.